bright and ready to go.
We're ready to go.
Yes. So, straight to the point.
Oh, welcome to the W-K Burnouts.
Yes.
I'm Dustin, and this is...
I'm Christina. And Alan behind the scenes.
Is there.
See?
Yeah.
All I had to do
do
was
the intro.
Yes.
That's great. All you had to do was forget it.
Yes.
Now, straight to it. We
straight
mean
to
business.
the point.
This is serious.
So, Dustin.
Yes.
True or false?
False.
You don't even know what the question is.
I don't know. Does it really matter?
It's a 50-50 chance, I guess.
Got a good chance.
Okay. True or false? It is best to let your car warm up before driving, especially in the winter months.
True-ish?
That's a trick. Nope. False.
False. I mean, it's warm up like until it's warm inside and you get in, you don't need your coat and stuff like that.
So,
nah, you don't want to let it warm up that much.
So 2 cycles of remote start at 15 minutes a piece is not a good idea.
Okay. So in our research, personal experience and experience with 15,000 customers, it does let you remote start it twice. Most models, right? Yes. That's way longer than even when it's super duper cold outside. That's way longer than you need to warm up your car before you start driving it for a couple of reasons. One, if you're driving, that it takes like 3 or 4 minutes of actual moving driving for it to get as warm as it would get with 25 minutes sitting remote started.
Which like we were talking throughout our research, I am a 2-cycle remote start. I don't care if it's 20 below or if it's 60 outside. Like, I don't know why. It's just, so I'm going to have to change, some of my habits there.
Do as we say, not as we do. Lead by example. And speaking of changing some habits, I mean, that's something that we could do a little test on maybe. Christina has a longer drive than I do, so she'll have to do this.
I'll be the guinea pig.
She'll be the guinea pig.
Yes.
But we should do a test where you do your normal remote start it twice, 2 cycles every morning before you drive to work, do your average mileage, and then go a whole week not remote starting it, and then do your mileage. Because it's probably going to be, I don't know, we'll see. But if you really think about it, I mean, that's just a lot of gas wasted sitting at idle. So your overall mileage, is going to be, it's going to
go down.
It's going to go down. Your gas mileage will. So,
and you have people all the time why is my gas mileage like, I don't get as good a gas mileage as I thought. Well, I get okay gas mileage, but I'm thinking, is this going to help? Ooh. And then the other thing I'm thinking is, I don't want to scrape my windows.
Oh, okay.
Like
this is the hardest part. This is the hardest part about winter.
I have to go buy a scraper now.
I know. They give them away at a lot of places because that's what we're supposed to use to get the ice and snow off of our windows.
I need one of the long ones. I don't
like an
I'm
hour.
Spoiled.
Oh yeah, but not like an hour of having the heat running full blast. You open it up and it's like a sauna in there. Okay, you did it, but you wasted a ton of gas doing that. And you should have just scraped it. And I know this is hard it's hard to do, but it makes so much more sense. And I mean, we're going to do the test and post our results.
Yes.
Call it a little A/B test and see which, what the real difference is on the average mile per gallon screen on Christina's Cadillac.
Yeah.
And, it'll probably, I'm thinking will be like, whoa, that's a pretty big difference. Yeah. Because 2 remote start cycles, I mean, that's like 30 minutes of running.
Yeah. Well, and that's just, in the mornings. And then when I leave, and then when I am off of work and leave, that doesn't count if I have to go somewhere else. I'm still 2-cycle remote.
Things are already warm, but I want it warm when I get out there.
At lunchtime, I get, In fact, I need to download the app on my phone again so I can. I have to correct my driving habit, my starting of my vehicle.
Yeah, it's true. Stick to it. Stick with it. We're counting on everybody, the whole world, all globally. We're counting on you for this test.
Great.
To really educate us on, what type of difference it makes.
Great.
But,
Well, and it makes sense because when going through the research, it's, your wear and tear. I mean, what is your vehicle really doing is while it's sitting there at idle, it's just collecting, like, yes, it's running through all of the cylinders and all that fun stuff, warming up.
There's internal combustion occurring.
Yeah. But if it's just sitting there idling, it's not doing any good. And it's just.
Yeah, it's warming up at literally the slowest it possibly can warm up the inside for you.
Yep.
You know, and I know it seems, different because you look at parking lots, you look at outside houses in the morning, everybody lets their car run forever. Mm-hmm. Just think about how much gas you're wasting doing that. And that, let alone the effect on the environment. You're going to have a big hole in the ozone layer right above your driveway. Your car sits out there and idles so much.
Well, if I have a big green cloud around my house.
That's right.
It's my fault.
Solar flares coming in, getting you.
Well, because I even told the boys the other day, I said, before school, go start your vehicles and let them run for a little bit because they're teenagers. Yeah. They get in and then they just go. And I'm like, you guys, you have to let them warm up. I was wrong. Speaking
on the warm up thing. Okay. It used to be on my old truck. Mm-hmm. The tolerances aren't nearly as tight inside the motor. You really, really want that oil up to an operating temperature on old stuff.
Sure.
Before you go out on the road. Otherwise it'll be, oil's too thick. It's just not lubricating very well. It's not good for the engine. Mm-hmm. Now, we're talking now as in the last 25 years.
I was going to say, yeah, it was
so most everything out there now, it's different. The tolerances are tighter. You give it about a minute when it's cold outside and that oil's good to go. Everything's lubricated fine, and you can add a little bit to it. We're still not anywhere close to talking about, half hour, 45 minutes warming up. Mm-hmm. And it's, especially when you just have like me, if I warm up my truck for 45 minutes and then drive 3.5 minutes to work and then shut it off. Yeah. It's just, that's silly. And that's know I'm going through the gas. There are other reasons for worse gas mileage overall in the wintertime. There's winter fuel. Mm-hmm. The gasoline in the wintertime has a different thing to it. It's got a faster flash. So the vehicle start easier, but the overall octane rating is lower. So 91 is more like 89.
Really?
During the wintertime,
Interesting.
It lights up faster, but it doesn't burn as strong, doesn't produce as much energy. So yeah, that's winter fuel, at least in Missouri. And I'm sure a bunch of other states where it gets cold.
Yeah.
Probably not in Florida. But
no.
Yeah. So, there's other reasons for it too, but yeah, that's probably the big takeaway from not starting. Is just think about the gas that you're just wasting.
I am not excited because now I'm gonna have to take my coat everywhere.
Yeah, you just have to wear your coat on your half hour
I
drive.
don't wear it. I don't. Anytime I remote start my car, and that way, whenever I get in it, I don't have to wear a coat because I can't stand to be constricted and just so.
You don't have range of motion.
No, every time I walk, everybody's like, "Where is your coat? Why don't you?" My car's warm. I don't have to. Well, now, can I borrow your parka thing that you have going on? No,
that's new.
Oh.
Thanks for bringing it up, though. I just got it.
Oh.
Pretty nice. Got fur on the hood.
It does. Yeah. He's definitely looks like going prepared for the winter.
Mm-hmm. Columbia Omni heat model. Cool. Look it up.
Alan says it looks like aluminum foil in the inside.
It kind of looks like a space blanket on the inside. It's really
warm. Yeah. Well, okay. Guys, that kind of covers everything.
I think that's about it. That's a pretty popular topic.
Yeah, and, especially right now.
It's funny looking at the internet usually when stuff is trending. A lot of people are looking this stuff up right now. You see a lot of wrong stuff, sometimes way more incorrect information than you see right information. But I'm pretty proud of the internet this morning because everybody out there seems to be saying about the same thing we're saying. Yeah. Is if you want to waste gas, then remote start your life away and let it sit there forever.
Yep.
But realistically, you're not going to do any damage after about a minute of warm up run time. And then when it comes to driving, this is the fact, Jack, 3-4 minutes going down the road, even in residential area, is, better than 25 minutes sitting in the driveway idling.
Yeah.
Something to keep in mind is when it's super duper cold, let's say we're talking below freezing.
Yes.
If let's say your driveway comes out onto a 65-mile-an-hour highway, just right after your driveway. You're just right there. So you're going to have to hammer it, to get up to speed and to get out of the way of traffic and stuff.
Not everybody does.
Right. Well, you should. If you do, if that's kind of your situation, you're not just pulling out into a residential, you might add some more time to the warm-up time, because when you get higher up in the RPMs, if that oil's still cold, is still thicker, and it's not going to be able to get around and lubricate everything as well at higher RPMs. So if you pull out of your driveway and immediately you're on the fast track and you're out there and you're mashing it, you give yourself even more time than the 1 minute that we talked about, for everything to really get warm.
Got it.
For the safety.
Yeah. But they say by the time you get in your vehicle, start your vehicle, if you're like me, you have 3 bags and your
2 cups,
water and, all that stuff. By the time you get your stuff situated, your seatbelt on, everything, by then your car should, is warm enough. It's ready, ready to go.
Engine temperature warm enough.
Yes.
The air coming out of the vents might not be warm yet. Just drive. And that will happen way faster than if you just sit there. Another thing to keep in mind is when you have like ice on the outside of your windows, I know it seems like I should just turn on the defrost and let everything get warm and melt that. Dude, it is an ice scraper. You've gained yourself a ton of time because you're not sitting there watching. It's like watching a pot boil.
Yeah.
You don't even need to do that. Just like done. And it's scraped and nobody wants to do it. And this is another practice what you preach thing, because I see mine out there covered in ice. I'm like, well,
yep.
Yeah. But it is a pretty big waste.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a good ice scraper goes a long ways. Think of that for a Christmas gift for a loved one or something.
Ooh, good idea.
Put that on there. Yeah. Like a nice ice scraper, and then tell them they have to use it.
Well, because I'm thinking, who's going to scrape Mandy's windows? Not it.
No. We'll teach her how. We'll get her an ice scraper with like a pink one with a Chiefs logo on it or something. Send her out. Now go scrape. Don't just let it run out there for an hour.
Yep. In her high heels and her cute little pants.
Yeah, we'll have Nathan come by and do it. He's a good boy.
Yeah, she'll be on her phone.
She'll be on her phone scraping at the time. I'm out here scraping my windows. Sorry, Mandy, finance department, W-K.
Yeah, God love her. It would be boring without her. That is for sure.
That's for sure.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty simple to the point. Don't let your car warm up forever.
Yeah. It's pretty wasteful. And just keep in mind, 3 minutes driving is about like 15, 20 minutes sitting idling, really. So just bundle up, wear your coat, turn your heated steering wheel on. That's the reason they're there. They're not there they're there for the start, right? That's why they automatically come on when you remote start it, so that they can be
nice and toasty.
They'll tide you over for the 4 minutes it takes for the coolant to get warm. So your heater actually blows heat.
Well, stay tuned because
more great advice, tips, tricks, life advice
for my A/B testing.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. We're gonna post the results of this. Since we've told you about it, we have to do it now.
Yeah.
So we're definitely gonna do this.
Dustin and Alan are going to get very nice text.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be so mad. I guess it's terrible. She's texting us on the way to work.
But yes, stay tuned for that. But guys, that's the show.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got today.
Yeah, short and simple, to the point. So if you found this informative and entertaining, which I hope you did, someone told me the other day that I was funny.
Really?
Yes.
Well, isn't that neat?
I know. I was so excited.
Christina, you're very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
I thought it was great. Thank you, Lindsay.
Yeah. Good job, Lindsay. Give you your $20 later.
But if you found this informative and entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. So we look forward to many more episodes. Yeah. I think we're almost at 15,000 views.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for watching us. We appreciate it.
That's crazy. I know Alan's excited about that, too. Yeah. But no, you can't see him behind the scenes.
He looks very excited back there. Rest us.
But all right. Well, we will cruise on by and pick you up next week. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
This has been a W-K Burnouts production.